The year is 867. England is a patchwork of bickering kingdoms, and Vikings now threaten our lands. My name is Eadric. I'm the Earl of Warwickshire in the Kingdom of Mercia. At 23, I'm an adept fighter, but strength alone will not be enough to face the challenges ahead. My life will be in grave danger as I lead my men, heavily outnumbered, into battles that will decide the fate of our realm. My lineage will be at risk as I face unforeseen challenges in securing an heir, and financial strain will limit my ability to develop my holding. My goals are to strengthen my rule and find a way to defend my realm against the heathen Viking invaders, for the glory of England and the sovereignty of its people. I want to unite the Anglo-Saxons. This is why I have an authority focus. Got to make sure all aspects of the realm move in unison and work together. A united realm will lead to united peoples, and this is what we want. I am a stalwart leader, and my knights are more effective through our chivalric dominance. Which means, while we have only few levies, few soldiers, the army that I hold is one that is quite adept. It is a high quality army. Now, we will want to make the realm strong. We are a small single county, a single earldom, and as such, I will want to make sure that we are strong and secure. Primarily, I will want to develop my capital. In Warwickshire itself, we can't currently afford to make any building changes, but one of development growth is what we would like. And so I'm thinking about building windmills, because windmills will not only give us extra supplies, but they will also give us extra taxes and development growth for the county. Unfortunately, these are expensive to build. So for now, we have our bastions and curtain walls as well as our central motte. And we're going to have to just put up with that for now, unfortunately. I'm going to station my pikemen in my holding as well in Warwick to make sure that they are as strong as they can be for any combat that comes our way. Speaking of, our liege is currently involved in 2 separate defenses of land as part of the whole country defending against these Northman invaders. The sons of Ragnar, essentially. My liege is also being invaded by Count Montague, apparently. The liege, he's an alright guy. Craven, which I'm not too particularly fond of. He doesn't like being challenged, which I don't think makes him a good leader to square up against these Viking invaders. But let us see. He's made me some fellow vassals. I really don't like the guy that runs Bedanford at present. Everyone else that he's chosen, the Earl of Lindsay's not great. The Earl of Leicestershire, I'm also not keen on. He's arbitrary. He does his own thing. He doesn't care about other people. That's not a sentiment of unison. In which case, I will also want my bishop to fabricate a claim on Leicestershire because I believe the Earl of Leicester is unfit to rule. We don't also have any knights currently. So leading this army is going to require me to invite some knights to the court. I think fighters is what we're going to want. I don't like Sigega. Great prowess, but he's gluttonous and sadistic. He's an unholy man. So I'm going to have to skip him over him, unfortunately. Edmundus is quite strong. We could bring Edmundus in. Edmundus, you are so expensive to recruit, but I need knights. I also need someone on my council like you, Edmundus. You're going to be my steward. I will handle the martial business for now. I need you focusing on developing the county. And you, my trusted advisor watching this, if you would like to counsel me on managing this realm or make requests of me, please do so on the scrolls below. But in doing so, remember we are in the 800s and have no knowledge of what people are calling meta or game mechanics. This fabrication of the claim on Leicestershire, which we say fabricate. I'm not sure it's much of a fabrication, to be perfectly honest. I think he's unfit to rule. He's not going to be caring about his people. He's arbitrary. He's also paranoid. Yes, he's ambitious, but he's paranoid. Look at him. I mean, he's a good tactician, but I just don't like how arbitrary he is. He's not very diplomatic. We never really get on, and he's not just. My liege's conflict with Montague drags on. I'm, of course, on my liege's council. I am his marshal right here with a 25 marshal. He's lucky to have me personally. As his marshal, I plot logistics, press peasants into service, quiet local unrest, etc. But now, riders deliver grim tidings. At Derby, which is here, the Knights of Mercia have failed. Earl Eadric of Leicestershire's battle line was broken. You see what I'm talking about? This Leicester Earl is not fit for command. Our whole army has now been cast into a desperate rout. As our warriors flee, Count Montague's host advances on the petty kingdom. My advisors urge me to do credit to my office to grip the reins of this disaster in a gauntleted fist. Well, yes, a marshal's vigor is needed. 100%. I think we need to hold off, though. I don't think we need to go plowing in. Look at how many soldiers they have. This is silly. And there you go. The war has ended. my liege has taken my advice, has retreated, has surrendered, and lived to fight another day. As a strategist, you need to know sometimes when it's good to fight and when it's not good to fight. And that was not a time that was good to fight. But the Earl of Leicester only has 253 soldiers, which is good. Only having one knight, however, is still kind of concerning to me. Out of necessity, we might need to recruit this guy that I absolutely hate. He costs 25. I really like Wistan though. Wistan is he's got less prowess, but we're going to recruit him. I prefer him as a person. He's also better as a steward than Edmundus, actually. Edmundus can also do marshalling, and steward will be Wistan. I've seen infidels fight. I know with what great viciousness they strike down the faithful. In the name of St. George, I will stand against them with the courage he grants me. I will not rest until I have laid waste to the enemies of God. I now have a faithful blade. So if we ever fight against non-Christians, St. George will be on my side. So now we just need a chancellor, and then the council is complete. I like them all except my spymaster. I'm not horribly keen on my spymaster personally, but it's fine because while she's deceitful, she's also forgiving. We just need a good chancellor to round this out. Wilhard, I can get over the fact that you are vengeful because you are also honest. Join me, be my final counselor and another knight. You're a counselor and a chancellor. Recruiting knights to court was a very good decision. We need all the knights we can get. Leicestershire's forces are currently slightly weaker. I think they've been fighting on the front lines. This is where my liege might not take kindly to me not getting involved in these defenses of the realm, but better to not lose men now. Give territory now, rebuild, and come back stronger. See, sometimes you have to know when you're outmatched and outnumbered, and the sons of Ragnar Lothbrok know that we are outnumbered. What the good thing about this is, if the Vikings are preoccupied with Northumberland, East Anglia might remain, which would be nice to see. We can't say they won't invade again later, but you never know. Edmundus, I also want you to train my commanders. We need our armies trained up over the next 8 months. That is approximately when we will start our first war, and it will be to take over Leicestershire. You might also notice I'm currently not married. Maybe you've been looking at this and saying, why aren't you married? You need to marry and have lots of kids. Yes, but right now my focus is on the realm. While my succession will need to be one of strength through a lineage, right now my focus is on using my youthful vigor to be a strong commander and leader of the people. I will find a spouse and have many children. Also, from being on my liege's council for a while, I am now a novice marshal, which means I'm even better at my martial skills, and the liege likes me even more. Look at this. He doesn't like that I'm stubborn, but he knows I get results. And that's the important thing. We have people arriving over here. Okay, you're just returning home. That's fine. Where have you been? Are you fighting Ivar, maybe, for control over Ireland? You are. You're literally doing that. Interesting. You're losing that battle at the moment, though. I'm taking my time on recruiting a new knight just because I want to make sure that going to war doesn't take us into debt, because the little money that we do have needs to not turn negative. I wonder where my liege is off to right now. He's sending some troops around. I think they've retaken Norwich. And now they're marching back. The only problem here is that while they're definitely winning the defense, they're much more losing the defense of Northumbria. And so the Vikings might then turn their attention on East Anglia. This is my professional opinion as a strategist. So, November of 869, our claim on the Earldom of Leicestershire in an attempt to unseat the unfit Earl Eadric of Leicestershire is going to come to fruition. Thank you, Bishop. It's going to cost us 111 to get the claim on Leicestershire. This is going to take us into debt. Oh, that's such a shame. If I can't do it, we'll have to start again. I'm going to have to do it and then just work my way out of debt. Okay, we have a claim. My marshal, Edmundus, has been showing off a promising new recruit. He may not be of as noble stock as you, my liege, but on my name I swear, Fulkrad is someone you would want on your side. Fulkrad is not Anglo-Saxon. He is Mercian, so we'll put up with it. He has the Great Pox, but it's venereal, so I don't think we can catch it. He's got strong prowess, which is good. 10 martial. Wait a minute. Is he better? He's better than you, Edmundus. You've talked yourself out of a job, my guy. I'm sorry to say. He will serve us, and he will become my new marshal, in fact. But we are going to need to sway him because I don't want the leader of my armies, chief commander, being against me. That is how many kings, I'm sure, have fallen on a sword. You may think me paranoid for this politicking, but these were dangerous times. Top lieges of the country were successfully defending East Anglia, but we received word that Halfdan Whiteshirt had won his conquest of Northumbria, and now controlled the entire north of England. Also, my realm's debt had cast a subtle shadow over those both inside and outside of the castle. We couldn't press our claim on Leicester, and my opinion in the public was slipping. Like I said, dangerous times. An unpopular ruler could easily have a blade in the shadows waiting to usurp them. So, as summer approached, I told Wisdom to stop increasing county development that we simply couldn't afford, and instead promote Anglo-Saxon culture. Perhaps finding common ground with the public would restore faith. Wisdom is an honest man, and I asked him to get back to me with a timescale. 2 days later, he came to me, and it wasn't good news. 12 years? It's going to take you 12 years? My guy! You are honest and forgiving. I guess I should forgive you too for taking so long, but over the next 12 years, I'll be 38. I'll be 38 years old by the time my culture is accepted in this place. Peering through the dusky murk of the armory, my gaze travels over multiple different weapons of war. A pair of battered leather greaves, a recently sharpened sword, a spear with a worn haft, a rusty farming tool? I pick up the farming implement, perhaps it's been lumped unknowingly with the weapons. I heft the tool, examining its curiously curved sickle-like blade, as I give it an experimental swing at a nearby hauberk. The blade pierces the mail, scattering a few iron rings across the floor. Interesting. I wonder if this could be repurposed. Taking the small blade out into the midday sun, I inspect it more closely. The blade tapers to a point at one end and disappears into the tang at the other, leaving a length of slightly rusty but still sharp iron in between. The kink at the blade's head gives the implement a wicked curve to it. Useful for cutting through shrubs, you'd think. Or maybe finding gaps in armor? It's clear this could be repurposed as a weapon of war, but the question remains, exactly what guise said weapon would take? Sounds like it would be a spear, personally. And I broke it. Okay, no worries. That was never a good tool, to be honest. I never thought it would make a good tool to begin with. I don't know why someone lumped this in here. Can someone please fire whoever did that? We can't be having this. We can't be having this miscategorization of tools and weapons. Oh, Edmundus also has a blade that he's dedicated to the faithful. We love that. So currently the only war with the Vikings is that we're defending East Anglia and we are succeeding at it. My army is also superior quality, which we love to see. Ivar's troops are heading, seems towards East Anglia, but various kingdoms are currently chasing him. Maybe we should join in that fight. Well, there's a strategic advantage. Let's raise the army. I know this is going to make my money struggle, but if they can manage to get a hold of this army, we could join in and help our forces where it makes sense. They seem to be escaping. Yeah, I think they are much quicker, it seems. Most of these armies are bigger, which is probably why it's taking them longer to travel. But they're only going to have 2,800 there. This could be something let's go support these armies if we can. We're defending East Anglia successfully here. We're scaring them away. Oh, the Wessex soldiers are so nearly on them. I think they're going to get away though to Bridlington. They have indeed. Oh, some of them are left behind now. They've caught up. They're narrowly evading us at every stop. I am, of course, leading my troops as we do this and hoping that the kingdom has been left in good hands in the meantime. Let's not get caught out here. I need to follow this army because I don't want to get caught out as a small band. We don't want to get isolated from them here because that might be what they're trying to do is circle around and take us down. But you'd think they'd get caught in a battle then. We're chasing them all around the north of England. They seem to have rested in Bolton. They're going to move, sure. Are they going to take this fight? They're going to take this fight. Nope, they're moving. But is it too late now? Have they waited too long to gather their troops? Ivar himself is amongst those troops. You'd think he'd have made good decisions. Let's see who moves first. They do, in fact, get away, narrowly avoiding a confrontation with the forces of England. Because it is a joined force of England here. You've got Warwickshire. Wait, first army of Warwickshire. I guess the liege road's in there. But that's Mercia. That's Wessex. That's East Anglia. So it's all... If you go here... Mercia, this is all Wessex. All commanded by Wessex anyway. So it's the whole south and the Midlands of the country. And they are, in fact, now fighting. We need to get there. We need to get to this battle. They seem to be winning the fight pretty well without us right now. I think they might actually win it before we even get there. We were involved. And we were here too. 990 of their soldiers died, 437 of ours. 22 kills by Earl Alfred of Dorset, a Wessex knight. Faralda killed 87 people. These people are lethal. What is his prowess? It's only 14. He was just on one, apparently. Victory for a truly united English force at the Battle of Halifax had given the Vikings pause and had likely knocked their confidence. With this setback, and Ivar busy defending his land in Ireland against Rhodri, the invaders abandoned their conquest of East Anglia. Warwickshire, meanwhile, was still in debt, and thus we still couldn't press our claim on Leicestershire. So, with the country seemingly at peace, and me now 27 years old, I started looking for love and an heir. Unfortunately, with how delicate the situation is politically in Mercia and in the country as a whole, I'm going to have to be slightly strategic about this marriage. It won't be just for love. Maybe my sons and daughters will be able to marry for love, but I, unfortunately, cannot marry lowborn. My spy master is an option. I am 27, so the age difference really shouldn't be more than 10. Charlene de Chalon or Idgith, the spy master, both are forgiving. I don't really want to marry someone that's deceitful. I feel like that's going to only lead to problems. But Charlene de Chalon, House Chalon, in the Chalon dynasty. You're in the court of Count Urchinrad. Who are you, buddy? Where do you live? West Francia right now. We can send word to West Francia about this beautiful Charlene de Chalon that I have been made aware of. We're not just going to go straight into marriage, of course, though. First, I would like to romance her. It'll be very hard. First, let me sway her. I'm not going to go straight into romance then. Let's play this slowly. Oh, Prince Rhodri lost against Ivar in the Holy War for Dyflin. So Prince Rhodri has not taken Dyflin from Ivar the Boneless. That remains in Norse hands. He has got an army of 1,500. Leicestershire, dude's 28. He's not going to die anytime soon. We're going to take Leicestershire. We're going to command it. But that's still another 2 years away. Because we're in debt. A commoner of French heritage has been accosted in the streets of Warwickshire over some minor offence. By making a statement in their defence, I could perhaps convince Charlene de Chalon, a noble woman from Chalon. The town, the house, the surname, they're all the same. The equally French of my good character. But I might risk alienating my Anglo-Saxon peers by how much? There's not going to be actually any cultural fracturing. It's a minor offense, okay? The French are good people. They're not invading us, are they? The Vikings are who we need to be hating right now. Okay, Halfdan Whiteshirt is invading for the Earldom of Lindsey. He has 5,000 soldiers. My liege has 1,000. I'm not sure this is going to go well. You better have allies, liege. You better have yourself some allies because you need it right now. Look at them, 5,000 soldiers. Now is not the time to be getting involved with this. Not even slightly. We've got to turn our attention away from love right now, unfortunately. So let me sway my marshal again instead. We have important matters now. It's war. Alliance? Despite our lack of bonds by blood, I believe we both stand to gain from an alliance. I propose that we join our forces and fight our foes together. You're my neighbor, right? Yes, you're the Earl of Worcestershire. He currently doesn't have any alliances other than me. He doesn't have any claims to anywhere either, so he's not going to try and fight us for Leicestershire. His force is a bit low, but when we're fighting amongst other vassals of low army size, it's probably a good idea to have that alliance. Yes, I accept. Just don't try and call me into any stupid wars. If you start attacking someone that's massively more powerful than you, that's a bad idea. But yes, we need to unite the realm. See, he shares my vision for a united Anglo-Saxon culture. He is cynical, diligent though, bit greedy, but also a charismatic negotiator. Maybe that's why he persuaded me to get the alliance going. But I do believe that it's a good idea. I mean, Halfdan is just romping across England right now. None of us really have the soldiers for this. I'm just worried that in the long term, these Vikings are going to run roughshod over the whole freaking kingdom. Because look, they're managing to split push 2 different holdings right now with 2,000 each. Well, we have to keep an eye on this war. What is Whiteshirt trying to take? The Earldom of Lindsey. Okay, so that's this. I'm sorry, Athelred. I'm not particularly fond of you anyway because of your deceitfulness and your cynicalness. So I'm not coming to your aid. I mean, it would be stupid for me to, send my 352, admittedly very well-trained soldiers in against over 5,000 Vikings. I think not. I value my head being on its shoulders. Especially as the one that would lead them into battle. I have a keen sense for managing danger, you know? I'm not just a leader that's going to go, yeah, fuck it. Send them in. Just send them to their deaths. We'll just try and hold them off for a couple more months. Or let's be honest, probably a week. And who cares if they die? No. What I do want to do, though, keep an eye on Charlene de Chalon. Compassionate absolver she is. Very forgiving and will ignore slights and transgressions made against them. She's lovely. I need to be swaying my marshal, though. I've got too many people I want to sway. Well, regrettably, it looks like, yep, Lindsay's fallen. So now Warwickshire has the entire of the north of England and slightly more soldiers than before. Lovely. The problem I now have is once I take Leicestershire, we'll border with him, and then that's going to be a problem, isn't it? One of my older servants told me interesting advice pertaining to oral hygiene that he learned from some learned men. Apparently, it seems that one should clean not only one's teeth, but one's tongue as well. After all, disgusting things accumulate on the tongue, so why should we not give it as much focus as we do our teeth? Excellent advice, thank you. I clean my tongue regularly now. In about 6 months, we'll be able to take Leicestershire. I want to take it before the Vikings take it, I'll be honest. What I'm kind of worried about as well is that Burgred might lose so much land that he takes one of his holdings back. I hope he doesn't do that for me or my ally, Earl Frithgar. After such a bleak summer, the returning frost of winter didn't seem too unwelcomed. Christmas of 872 would be a time that no Mercian would forget. Master of the hunt for Burgred now. Hello. Oh, I've managed to sway Frolkrad as well. That's good. He now just about doesn't like me. So that's good. The snow has fallen on the land once again as winter of 872 comes around. And with being no longer in debt. We're -0. Come on. Come on. You can't have -0. Come on. I mean, I know it's like point something, but we're technically, it's pennies. It's a rounding error. Let me go to war. In the new year, maybe, is when it will have to happen. Oh, we just got paid. And on Christmas Day, no less, we shall be invading Leicester. My Marshal, Falkrad, has been showing off a promising new recruit. Well, this is a familiar sight, isn't it? The last guy showed you off and you replaced him. I wonder if the same thing's going to happen. This is Esser. 13... Very well. Shall serve me. I don't like him, though. I fucking hate this guy. He's a deviant. He's sadistic. He's also Mercian, not Anglo-Saxon. He's a lunatic, disloyal, deviant. I'll have him on the front line, but I'm not putting him in my council. Just because we need knights, I'll have him. I'll have him on the front line. He must go to war. 6 knights we now have as this force goes stronger. All right. Merry Christmas, Ordfrith. Here's a war. And now we call Frithgar. Call to war. Come and help me. All right. Let's raise our army. Sorry, guys. I know it's Christmas and all, but it's time to invade Leicester. I think that leader has proven that he's not fit to rule there. He has a very high quality army, but ours is just superior. Look at it. It's elite. We have an elite set of knights and levies. That's why I've been training, you see. I've not been going to war with the Vikings because I've been training up elite soldiers. And my ally will join us as well. We love to see it. Can pardon my knight? What have you done? What have you done? What do I need to pardon you for? Oh, because you're a deviant. You're not great, but you're on the front line. We'll see how you do in battle, and then maybe we can grant you a pardon for killing the heathens. Here we go. Battle time. We're just about making it. This is good. Things are going our way. Levies are suffering. Pikemen are also suffering a bit, but their bowmen are wiped out. And there it is. We've also captured the Earl himself. With that, we will enforce our demands. To the beguiling Eadric. I am beguiling, aren't I? May your humors rot in your living body. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. Yes, you'd better. Give me Leicester and Leicestershire. Victory, and I'm considered legitimate now. Look at this. I'm now recognized as a ruler. People know me. We now need to set our marshal upon increasing control in Leicester and Leicestershire. We now rule Warwickshire and Leicestershire. We're probably a very powerful vassal in the eyes of my liege, because now we own 3, 4, 5, 6 baronies, and he controls directly only 9 or 10 probably. So we might have to worry about him trying to take power away from us, but as of right now, things are good. Is everybody else near me ruling acceptably? He's vengeful, but I kind of understand that in the situation they're in right now with the Vikings. Nottinghamshire, though, Athelred, I mean, he's deceitful. He's also cynical. I don't feel like deceitful people should be in power. He also believes everybody's just out for themselves. That's against the unity that we're looking to promote here. All right, Bishop, you know what to do. Over the next 2 years, although we're probably not going to have enough money to actually make the bribe for the claim, but It'll do for now. And so, in a period of peace, it's time to continue my pursuit of Chalain de Chalon. Very hard to romance and seduce, but I'm going to try. Time has come to let my feelings towards Chalain be known. I want her to remember this day for the rest of her life. I mean, as the gallant knight I am, winning a sparring match would seem to be the way to go. I recruit one of my most senior soldiers and set out for Chalon. We practice our routine after each day's ride. Once we arrive, we begin to spar in the main courtyard. A crowd gathers and their cheers soon draw none other than the graceful Chalain. The soldier fights valiantly, but I disarm him with a final, flawless thrust. I kneel before Chalain and declare my noble intentions. I dedicate this victory to you, my lady. Bringing you honor is my only desire. My petal is speechless, but clearly flattered. Why else would she be smiling thusly? She won't resist my charms for long. I'm telling you, we're romancing Chalain de Chalon. What a great sounding name as well. It's music to my ears. Ulfrith died after a lengthy torture session. Who was he being tortured by? He wasn't in our prison anymore. He wasn't in our prison, so I don't know who he could have been tortured by. No longer need to care about him. We do, however, want to care about Earl Eadric of Nottinghamshire, because this scoundrel needs to not be in power for too much longer. I know I seem power hungry right now, but I merely need to understand who is right and not right to rule in these dangerous times. I'm not going to attack Worcestershire. I'm not going to attack Bedford right now. I'm not going to attack my liege. All these people are worthy in my eyes. But Leicestershire and Nottinghamshire just weren't quite there, you know? Like Warwickshire's... The Earldom of Warwickshire now includes Leicestershire. In Greater Warwickshire. Pray, tell me, how can I prove my love for you? Chalain hesitates and her cheeks turn red. By God, I hope she's pleased and not embarrassed. Slay a wolf for me and bring me its pelt. Then we may continue this conversation. Ah, your wish is my command. Absolutely. But I return empty-handed. The wolf got away, okay? It's difficult slaying a wolf. My love life notwithstanding, 873 had been a good year. Since conquering Leicestershire back in January, we'd been involved in no wars and were hoping to celebrate Christmas at peace for the first time in 3 years. Instead, on the 30th of September, our worst fear came true. A Viking Earl was attempting to take over the entire of Mercia. The war to come would rage on for years, and we would have to fight, outnumbered, for our survival. But first, I had my own battle to win. By God, Chalain is an insufferable witch. Have you seen how she hesitates? Ridiculous. Oh, not Joffrey. We've all watched Game of Thrones, right? Not fucking Joffrey. Look how stunned I am by his demeanor. I am agawed. I'm aghast. The knight throws his head back with a wicked laugh. Chalain is still conversing with her friends, but I can tell she heard him, and I hate to see her hurt. Is he? I mean, he's got some prowess to him, but he's not that great. Vile lies, draw your sword, scullion. Joffrey draws his sword with a cocky grin. Oh, how I'll enjoy wiping that arrogant look off his face. When I'm done with him, Joffrey's humiliation is absolute. Bruised and blushing, he croaks out an apology and limps away to lick his wounds. Chalain, on the other hand, is glowing like the sun. You are a true hero, Earl Eadric. You have my eternal gratitude. It was my honor, Lady Chalain. Chalain de Chalon. It's great to say your name in its complete form. It's a great name. Chalain de Chalon. It's such a good name. Honestly, I'm not biased just because I love her. You know, it's genuinely a great name. So we're just busy falling in love while the kingdom falls. Today I received a report that some of my soldiers accidentally burst into the wrong person's house to make an arrest. It was an awkward situation all around. At least no one was hurt. I would love to pay them money. I really would, to say sorry, but unfortunately the realm is quite tight on the purse strings right now, I'm afraid. In time for Valentine's Day, I visited Chalain again. There is no woman lovelier than Chalain after all. In her presence, my words often fail me. None of my compliments ever do her justice. Perhaps a carefully drafted poem would better capture her virtues. I will write about her forgiving nature, right? Because she's forgiving. She's also got exquisite features, but she's definitely forgiving. So forgiving nature. To the brave Earl Eadric, your glorious laugh is like the glittering ocean. My heart yearns to hear your voice again, that I may know the depths of your love. She must have liked my poem. We've got a chance. If we can romance her, we might be able to then ask her to marry us. I mean, we can do it anyway, but I'm an old-fashioned guy, you know? I think you can't just rush into these things. It's bad enough that I can't marry anybody I choose, and I have to, for political reasons, marry people that are of a certain stature. But I'm going to at least have some romance within that. You know what I mean? Cloaked in shadows, I make my way to the castle. The sight of Chalain's chamber window makes my heart stutter. So close, and yet so far. But wait, Who's that? Climbing up the tower. The shady figure stops by Charlene's window and unlatches the shutters. Oh, it's time to fuck him up. My Rose is in danger. I must save her. The sounds from the struggle above is the greatest motivator I have known. Without care for life or limb, I hoist myself through Charlene's window. I feel as if I've plunged into a frozen lake. Charlene is on the floor, the intruder pushing her down, a gleaming blade between them. With a roar, I grab the villain by the collar and throw him into the wall. The rest is a blur. When the danger is over, I turn towards her. What are you doing here? She asks, her voice trembling. I raise my hands, a gesture of peace, but she draws her dagger. Do not come any closer. Leave at once or I will hurt you. I only tried to help. Damn, Charlene de Chalon. Jeez, okay. She doesn't like me for that. Apparently, she's rebuffed my advances. I'm going to try and sway her. I can't romance her again until July. So I'm going to try and sway her in the meantime. I'm going to have to apologize for rudely intruding. I hadn't intended to come into your chambers. I just saw someone coming in to intrude. I was trying to fight the guy off. Come on. I'm not expecting you to fall at my heels, but at least appreciate that I was protecting you. You know what I mean? You'd have died, maybe. Damn. It looks like my liege has actually played this smart. He knows he's currently losing Nottingham, so he's gone and occupied Cheshire. He's also imprisoned the Earl. Surely the war is over then. Surely you got to bring that war to an end soon, liege. You can defend. I believe in you. I pride myself on making sure everything is always accounted for, which includes making sure my soldiers are well provisioned. To this end, I should come up with a plan for ensuring my soldiers always have the supplies they need on the field. A network of merchants or stockpile supplies. We don't have the money to stockpile supplies, so we're going to have to arrange a network of dependable merchants, which means we now have well-supplied armies. 15th of September. Leicester's under siege? Oh, fuck me. Okay. After going through reams of financial ledgers, I was able to pick out a group of merchants scattered around the countryside, which I knew would be dependable. I made an offer to keep them on retainer to provide any supplies an army needs at a moment's notice. This will ensure my commanders will always know who they should go to when they need provisions. To skim a little off the top. I mean, I should take an administration fee. You know what I mean? I should absolutely take an admin fee for handling this, right? A finder's fee. Yes. Leicester has been taken under siege, but they've got like 3,000 people in here. I can't do anything against that. Liege, can you maybe... Why are they... What I'm questioning is why they haven't gone back to get Cheshire back. I guess it's not going to matter to them. My liege, have you heard what they call you? My personal physician, Edgith, says to me, while folding her arms. They call you Earl Eadric the Brave. Spectacular, is it not? On the lips of the peasants and noble alike. Cause for celebration, I think, she exclaims with a cheery tone. I can get used to this name. Yeah, I can get used to that. Oh, Eadric the Brave. Everybody's heard about my tales of protecting Charlene de Chalon from the ruthless intruder that she had. The only thing is I really need to find a spouse. So once I've swayed her, I then need to try and marry her because I'm getting old. I'm in my 30s now. Liege, if I raise armies, will you join me? Will you join me here? If we were to recruit mercenaries, how much would they cost? 700, it gives about 1,000. Yeah, we still wouldn't have enough to take these guys on. I'm afraid, Liege, you're going to have to either take more of their land. Why are you not taking their capital? That would be huge for you. I know they're nearby, but it might encourage them to bring some people back from Leicester. I mean, come on, try something, please. My poor people of Leicester, I take over, and then within the year, Vikings are at our doorstep. It's wild. Uh-oh, Halfdan is also doing something. He's trying to take East Anglia. I think this country is falling to the Vikings, if you ask me. This is not looking good at all. I might have to try and make an alliance with King Alba. I need to employ an envoy. It's clearly we need alliances to help us through this. Edgith, you just appointed me my brave title. You told me about that. You're now my envoy. Would you maybe consider an alliance? It's going to cost me to send the envoy to begin with. How much would it cost to send them to Wessex? Still a lot of money. Okay. What a time to be alive. The siege is over. Leicester is occupied, alas. We can't really help that right now. Liege is still winning the war. I hope they're not coming for Warwick next. We are gaining money. Could construct a new building soon enough. What do we want next? We're going to need taxes and we're going to need... We need levies is what we need more than anything else. It's time to build some militia camps in Warwickshire. 2 years that's going to take. Okay, so next on the Vikings list is the capital, Stafford, which is Mercia's capital in this time. So I guess we'll just see what they do. They're probably going to take the land. Currently, our occupied counties are struggling. Like, Leicestershire's going to struggle for this because we can't get taxes or levies from them. So it's as if we don't have Leicester right now. Charlene de Chalon has not been swayed. I'm going to abandon the scheme to sway her right now. And then I want to... You cannot seduce again for a while? What does that mean? What do you mean for a while? How long's a while? I should try and learn her language as well because I can't actually speak her language right now and she doesn't speak mine either. But somehow we're communicating. We've now also fabricated our claim. 111 gold it would cost. I cannot. Abandon your task for now. Religious relations. Yeah. Do religious relations for now. We can't fabricate a claim on Nottinghamshire just yet. We don't have the money for it. If I can't woo Charlene de Chalon, I might have to settle for my spy master. I might have to settle for Idgith. She is closer to my age. That's true. But she's deceitful. She's going to cheat on me because in her nature to lie and deceive. The skilled tactician as well, though. Maybe this would be like a House of Cards style marriage. My liege has just left his army just chilling in Worcestershire as the Vikings just run rampant across the land. I don't feel like he's organized this well because they've split their armies as well. He could very much have gone in and attacked this army. Does he need me there to like... Let me raise my forces and let me see if... Oh, he's coming my way. This is where we're going to move off to where the liege is. And then if he decides to come this way, we can gang up on their one army of... Oh, 1,800 though. It could be the last stand. Liege, you could have just asked me to get involved. You haven't called me in officially. I'm just part of the war because you're in the war. Look, they're running through now. This is a problem, isn't it? All right, can we romance Charlene again yet? No. Damn it. Okay, I'm just going to sway. If she can become positive about us, she will probably marry me. That is what we want. My conquest to become a powerful ruler in the Midlands has really not gone well, considering that Mercia is just falling beneath the Viking might. Right, look at this. It's now not even on his side. He's still just chilling there. I'm like, my dude, can I help with anything? I'm here to support him, but like, look, we have 1,500 men between us. We could easily take this back. Where are you going? We're going to try and defend Northamptonshire. You go back and get your homeland. We're going to try and... the very unlikely victory in Northamptonshire. That's what we're going to try. Here we go. The Battle of Northamptonshire. 1,000 men against our 372. But they're elites. They're well trained. Nobody else seems to be on their way to help. Oh, our liege currently kind of is. We're doing the unthinkable. This is how strong we are. Look at this. Look at these. Okay, look at these numbers. Look at the numbers. I probably shouldn't watch the map because I'm actually in the battle, so I would be more concerned with what's going on in the battle. They're wearing us down, but we're trying to hold off. We're trying to hold off. There's only 20 of us left. Nah, the battle's turned against us, hasn't it? The battle's turned against us. The liege didn't even come to our assistance. Wait, he did. The liege came in right at the last minute. Oh, Bergred, you legend. He came in for us and helped sway the battle. But you notice he let most of my people die first. I mean, to be fair, maybe that was him getting me back for earlier when I turned up to a battle on the very final day when he'd already won it. But we turned things around. Look at that. 257 of their men died. 83 of mine died. This army is definitely going to lose, right? We have to run, right? Okay, we're going to stand here. We're going to stand here and take the battle. We're going to stand here and take the battle. 1,500 of us. Or you're just going to run away. All right, I'm going to follow you. That's what's going to happen. I'm not staying here to fight a whole 1,800 people by myself. What are you currently doing? Are you still moving or not? I don't know what you're doing anymore, liege. Okay, here's the next battle. The rest of his forces found us. Oh, okay, it's slightly swaying in our favor. Look at this. Our more experienced fighters are fighting back for England. Our knight was maimed by Gaston. Wystan, keep fighting. Keep fighting, Wystan. Oh, look at that. We've destroyed them. They need to back off. Uh-oh. Halfdan won against Edmund of East Anglia and took part of their land. I don't see this going well. I don't see this going well at all. Where's he now going? Let's get Leicester back. Oh, let's free Leicester, please. Hashtag free Leicester. Not hashtag, but I guess carrier pigeon free Leicester. Yes. Yes, liege. Let's do it. Let's do it. His army is regrouping as well. We need to be concerned about that, but we're in our own lands now, so ours should also be reinforcing somewhat. How long is it going to take them to reinforce? Full strength in 2 months. That's fine. Okay, how did we do with that battle? Wilhard, 49 kills. That's what I'm talking about. My chancellor, the diplomacy of the sword. Yes, look at all these kills. Wystan got wounded. Are you okay, Wystan? You seem to be okay. Oh my god, maybe not. He's now one-eyed and one-legged. Okay, you're not that okay. But you're still my steward. All right, we're trying our best with 1,300 people to reclaim Leicester and to bring it back. I see them amassing their forces in the north. I'm a little concerned. Slaughter at Northamptonshire. That's how good we were. Halfdan is currently in his own war, so he's not actually going to be warring with us right now. He's defending against an uprising, for one. And that's all he's doing. Burgred, you need to go save your capital. Actually, Shrewsbury. Well, Shrewsbury's not in our... No, he's going to go for Worcester, isn't he? Probably. Once we've done this, we can then head down to Worcester and free Worcester. We're somehow defending against the Vikings, and this was my whole main goal. Not only to unite the realm, but to fight off the Vikings. Teach them they can't just take whatever land they want. We need independence. We will have independence. The fact that we occupy Cheshire, or the fact that my liege occupies Cheshire right now, is about as useful as all the places they currently occupy. So that is good. Almost as good as that, anyway. And the battles are just topping us up. We've taken Leicester back. Leicester is ours. Leicester returns to us. Liege, let's go sort Worcester out. Come on. No, where are you going? Liege. God damn it. Burgred, where are you going? Are you going to go free Nottinghamshire? Oh, I guess we can. That's fine. But you see they're already taking Worcester, right? You see that that's happening, yes? This better be quicker for us than it's going to take them to do Worcester. I see what you're thinking, though. Quick wins to turn the tides of battle in our favor and to win the war quickly rather than keep backing and forthing on occupied territories. I get what you're saying. I'm sorry to my ally in Worcester. Frithgar, I'm sorry about that, bud. Charlene de Chalon is not swayed. Charlene de Chalon is refusing me. I might have to... settle for my spy master, unfortunately. It's not one of war, but it's going to be hard to romance it, but we're going to try. Nobody wants me. It's time to profess my supposed feelings for Idkith. I want her to remember this day for the rest of her life. Kinda. Well, she's it's got to be a sparring match. She's also a tactician. Winning a sparring match. I recruit one of my most senior people. We do everything we did before, and she won't resist my charms for long. Earl Hastein, trying to take all of Mercia. Oh, he was the guy. He was the guy that invaded Lancashire. He just pledged fealty to Whiteshirt. Okay. As my birthday nears, we're going to be freeing Nottingham. Is where we'll be on my birthday. What a birthday. Look at this. My advantage of 34 is really doing it for us, I'm telling you. Having me on the field is just a huge advantage. Unfortunately, Worcestershire is going to fall, but Nottinghamshire will return to us. It seems like my liege was scared to ask me to fight with him, but the moment I did, suddenly the tides turned. He needed me all along, but he was just too shy to say so. Yeah, he's he's craven. Also, I can agree with Eccentric. The way he's run this war is not how I would have run it. They're going for Warwick! They're going to sack Warwick while I'm away liberating Nottingham. Listen, liege, I want to win this war, but I need to go back to get Warwickshire once we've taken Worcester. We've got 4 months left of this. Warwick's going to fall in 11 months. Okay. Listen, they're going to siege it. I'm going to head back to Warwick as soon as we've taken Nottingham. I know you're not going to leave Nottingham, but I have to go back to my people. I know we're probably going to lose, but it has to be done. Okay, it has to be done. The walls are down. Can you please assault the fort? Please. Please assault the fort. I need to get this over with. Okay, look, you'll have the siege done in 30 days. I'm going to head back to Warwick. I want you to follow me when I get there, okay? You've got to come help me. You've got to. If you go on and liberate your own capital when I helped you turn the tide of this battle, my liege, I am going to be very disappointed in you. 869 plays 302, but we've got the elite army. We are the elite first army of Warwickshire. And the first army of Juraby is so average. Look at them. They're decent. Sure. They're not like peasants, but they're no match for us, I'm sure. Men, for Warwick, for Warwickshire, and for England. Come on. We're definitely swaying it in our direction. Warwick will not fall under my watch, you heathen bastards. As the battle rages on, I find myself in the midst of a small pocket of close quarters combat. With the help of my men, we smash the opposition with ease. But the focus of the attention was on me, who managed to put on a particularly impressive display while fighting the unrelenting enemies. As I take a second to catch my breath after the attack, I notice some of my soldiers watching on with admiration for my impressive fighting display. Are you not entertained? A prestigious warlord I am. Come on, knights. If you're not inspired by that, what will you be inspired by? Let's crush them. We outnumber them now. Rout them. Victory in Warwick! All right, who was there? Who did the damage? Come on. Wilhard again. Oh, Wilhard is my champion, I'm telling you. He's well hard, he is. He stutters maybe in speech, but doesn't stutter on the battlefield. Let's go liberate Stafford. Come on. From Warwickshire to Stafford. Let's make the journey. 65% in our favor now, the war. High tents have been constructed in Warwick as well. Our skirmishers will do more. We'll also get slightly more levies as well, which is lovely. We love to see that. Leicester is very low control right now, but we are doing our best to restore control. Or are we? No, we had to stop because it was under siege, didn't we? Okay, onwards. Falkrad, increase control in Leicestershire. Come on. As now we face off in Staffordshire to liberate the kingdom's capital. Doesn't look quite as nice as the environment in Warwickshire. Warwickshire's much more picturesque, but here we are. Let's get this siege done. You know, I do want to give an accolade to Wilhard. Wilhard has proven himself time and time again. Let's see, what's that? Marauder? He's creating dread. So Marauder would be creating fear and fighting in neutral ground or enemy ground. Stalwart is travel safety. Be a Marauder. The Silver Hand. Wilhard the Silver Hand. Wilhard, you've earned it. You've topped the kill charts in multiple battles. You've earned it. You are my most trusted knight. I still don't like that you're vengeful. I still think you could do the work on your temper and your vengeance, your bloodlust. But we need that right now in battle, so I approve. We're still just about winning this war. 65%. The counties occupied swing to them, but only by 0.4%. And when we liberate Stafford, the war will start to fly back to us, as their armies know they can no longer contain us. Burgred has gotten divorced. The liege has gotten divorced. Bro, it's all kicking off right now in the Midlands. It's all kicking off in the realm. They got divorced. Okay, but what's she like though? What's she like though? She looks pretty good. You know what I mean? Fortune builder. That's what I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Maybe we romance her. Maybe we just romance the ex-wife of my liege, just to truly undermine and show that I am the most powerful ruler in Mercia. Right? They're divorced. You know what I mean? They're not together anymore. It's not cheating. And while I'm a fan of him, and he likes me, she's clearly wise that she needs an up-and-coming ruler. You know what I mean? He's 47, she's 39. So now that they're divorced, maybe she likes the hot young stud coming up on the battlefield, because she knows I was the true reason we won this war. I'm just saying. I know you're going to have opinions about this, how I handled this romance situation by jumping into bed, maybe, with the ex-wife of my liege, but there's a reason it's ex-wife, you know what I mean? There's a reason it's ex-wife. Oh no. Kingdom of Essex? So Jorvik has also taken Essex from the Kingdom of Wessex. Boys, why haven't we banded together in a giant alliance? I'd love to create a confederation or something. We need to be banding together. This is the unison I'm talking about. We don't have unity in this land, and that's why the Vikings are just carving us up. The 570, so I mean, that is probably, he probably has a lot more than that. Maybe not, actually. There's like, what, that makes it about 2,000. Mercia about 2,700 plus me for like 3,000. 3,000? We could give Jorvik a run for his money. If we get Wales involved, we outnumber him. If I had the money to be forging alliances, I'd be forging them left, right, and center right now. That's the name of the game. I just don't think the lieges, the top level lieges in this country get it. Maybe they don't like each other enough. I don't know. But like Rodri, yeah, to be fair, I'm not fond of him either. But But Athelred of Wessex, he's a good guy, you know? I mean, East Anglia is kind of a bitch, but we'll leave him to it. Like, he's arbitrary, you know what I mean? He does his own thing. That explains why there's no alliance there, probably. Just shy, and he's shy, so he won't start any alliance conversations. Rhodri II the Great, impatient, ambitious, and diligent. He's the kind of guy we want to ally with. Wait, Burgred of Mercia won! We won the war! We won the war! Oh, incredible. We won the war, and you know that was because of my influence. We'll set the bishop off to get us that claim on Nottinghamshire again, because they've still got a ruler in place that's not fit to rule. He's cynical, he's deceitful. That's not who you want. Are we going to manage to romance my liege's ex-wife? Are we going to get trampled by Vikings? Or will Warwickshire and Mercia band together again and defy the odds? The next video I think you should watch will be on the left, and I'll see you in whatever we play next. Cush out.